How do we turn a niche skill into a potential multi-million-dollar online brand or personal brand? That's what I want to be discussing in today's video. And I got the idea for today's video from the comment section. So if you guys do want to have me make a video explaining anything, make sure you leave a comment. And guys, if you don't know me already, my name's Connor, and I've scaled multiple YouTube channels to 300,000 subscribers, one of them, and multiple businesses to do millions of dollars in revenue, all using personal brands and the online space. So I want to share as much value as I can for totally free. So all I ask in return for this is that you hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, leave me a comment, do all of that good stuff. And today's video, we are going to be checking out this comment here. This is from someone who's been watching my crypto channel, and I appreciate you, Ian Wood. And he wants me to do a video directed at his wife, who's been tarot card reading for 30 years. She's always done it for free, and people have literally said that they have paid $100 for things that aren't as good as that. So she's dabbled in TikTok but wants some actionable steps as to how exactly to start that. And I want this video to be a help for you guys, but also for anyone who wants to explore the idea of creating their skill or very specific niche into an online presence and into an online business. Because I think a lot of people actually believe that, you know, whatever it is that they're good at isn't known enough, or isn't exciting enough, or isn't big enough to make this online presence, to make a business online. But I'm here to tell you that that is completely wrong. And the way to think about it is, you know, we've got billions and billions, 7 billion or whatever people on this earth, and there is going to be at least whatever weird, wonderful niche that you guys love, there will be 1 million people, for example, that are into it, or 1 million other people that have never heard of it, but the second they hear of it, they'll be like you, and they'll be like intrigued by it and excited by it and want to learn more about it. And you can be the person to help them learn more, or you can be the person to create content for people in the same niche. And that's what's so exciting, because, you know, you don't need 1 million people to make an online brand work. Like I said, my biggest YouTube channel is 300,000, and I generate enough income to walk on a Tuesday afternoon down this road with no boss, nothing, no one telling me what to do. I do exactly what I want to do. So with all of that out of the way, let's go through the exact blueprint and actionable steps for anyone who wants to start this online content creation game and then build a business on the back end, just like I have. So I wanted to start this showing you my exact steps that I would take. So first of all, we go and do research, brand research. When I say brand research or market research, I mean we want to go and look at other people who have done it, and are they doing it well? Can we improve it, or can we just continue to do what they're doing and continue to push out this good content? So we can see here, Simple Path Witchery here, 287,000 subscribers or followers here on TikTok. And what an interesting thing. Who knew that there would be that many people who'd be willing to follow? And that's just one of many accounts that I've come across just in my brief research. So what I did was I looked through the videos, and I found one video here. So you can see this video has had 22,000 likes. What an achievement. And then also buy it here. So there's two things that we can get from this screenshot. 22,000 likes. It's 22,000 engaged people in this video. Over hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views on this video create those 22,000 likes. Then this buy it here, right here, shows that what this person has done is they've launched their own product on the TikTok shop. So what we're doing here is just seeing ways that people have monetized this specific niche. And again, this can apply to so many different niches out there. But what this seems to be is some sort of personal branded tarot cards, or an introduction kit into tarot card reading. Again, I don't know really anything about the tarot card reading space. I want to make that clear. I think that's probably quite obvious, but I think it's possible to make an online brand really in any of these spaces. So that's why we're looking into this, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because it's quite an exciting thing to look and dive into these different niches and to figure out ways, because it's like, you know, a puzzle. We can figure out the puzzle. We know the bigger pieces, but where do those pieces fit in individual niches is what we're trying to discover and figure out right now. So that's one way, right? And the interesting thing right now is TikTok is actually helping creators who have this little tag here, because they want people to go and buy from the TikTok shop, because guess what they get? TikTok. They get a cut of that, right? So they get advertiser revenue when you make views, but they also now have this TikTok shop, very similar to Amazon. And of course, when people sell on the TikTok shop, they get a cut of every one of those sales. So they're incentivized to push your content out if there's that sales button in it. So that's one way to make money. Another way that we saw was here. So I found someone, Maze Tarot and Healing. I found this person and they're doing live streams, and basically people are paying for those live streams. So that's another quick idea as to what can be done to make money in the niche. Now, the reason why I showed that first before we jump into the actual blueprint is what we want to understand is, are we wasting our time? Is this something that's worth spending time on? Are other people making money? So apply that to whatever niche you guys are doing when you do your research. Are there people that are making money from this niche? Because if not, it might not be something that you want to explore. Or you might have an idea for yourself and you want to, break the mold and be the difference in that niche, which I also think is very much possible. So with that said, the blueprint to start creating the platform and the content to be someone who stands out in a specific niche, whether it's large or big already. So first, just like we just researched with the monetization, we want to research the content that's working in our niche already. So for this example, tarot card reading, go on TikTok, we go on YouTube, we go on Instagram, we see who has got the most views, why have they got the most views, and we try and write and create our own blueprint. So what I would suggest, use ChatGPT for this, all right? Let ChatGPT be your helper. I don't have an affiliate link to ChatGPT, but I think it's a great idea to get an account with them so you can use all of the features. And what I would just start to do, open a new chat, call it my social media blueprint, whatever you want to call it. We want to start teaching ChatGPT exactly our niche, what we're doing, and we basically want an assistant here that's going to question us and it's going to build this strategy with us. So the first thing, let's find 10 other creators that are in that niche that are doing very well. Great, so we've got those creators. Let's go into each of those profiles and find their 5 to 10 best performing videos, right? Use again ChatGPT to collate this all into easy accessible data for yourself. Now we have all these videos. Let's say we have 100 videos, 10 creators, 100 videos. They've all done well. So now we know that, first of all, there's money to be made in this niche. Second of all, there's creators in the niche that are, generating views and generating interest. And then third of all, we now know the content that works. So how do we put it into action? How do we create our own space here? So using ChatGPT, you can break down, for example, which of these videos had the most views for each creator. And then ask ChatGPT, why do these videos have the most views? What do you think? And then you yourself go and watch the videos and you also write down what you think. So you get two opinions here. You get the opinions of a computer who has all the data on the internet and everything. And then you have your own opinion, right? And once you have this, you can then decide how you're going to go about the posting. So with this, personally, I post every day. That's a little bit of a different thing to what's normal on social media. I do this on long form content and on short form content, but I'm not here to tell you that you need to do that. What I'm here to tell you is at minimum, one piece of content a week. At best, one piece of content a day. The reason I say at best, one piece of content a day is because right now it's quantity over quality. Because the more quantity we do, the more quality we create. What I mean by that is every single day that I make a video, my speech gets better, my hooks get better, my personality might get better, my editing might get better, my thumbnails might get better, my titles might get better, all of that gets better, all of that creates quality. But right now, in this position where we're just starting, we have no idea really what works, what's the best, all of these things. This is what we learn by posting as much as possible. So one piece of content, 7 pieces of content a week, it's up to you. Even more if you have more spare time. But the more we post right now, the quicker it's going to be, in my opinion, to get to where we want to get to. So let's take, for example, the middle ground, 3 pieces of content a week. We have 2 options. We can batch film. So on a Sunday, for example, we film, edit, and have the videos ready. We post them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Or what we can do is we can take an hour or two on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Monday, on a Wednesday, on a Friday, and then we can post that content, right? So that's the schedule out of the way. That's what we're going to do. So how do I write the scripts? How do I film the videos? How do I know what to say? Well, using the database that we created with ChatGPT earlier on, we start to figure out what works. We've got those outlier pieces of content on these content creators pages that work. So we watch them, we study them. What is it that they're doing? And the very first thing I would do, the first piece of content I would create would be copies of the best performing videos. When I say copies, I don't mean verbatim transcript copies, script copies, filming, editing, all of that stuff. No, what I mean is taking the idea and putting your own twist on it. And the twist can be very simple. The twist can be taking a short form piece of content and making it long form. Taking the idea of a video and then saying it with the answer that you would give. You know, like a tutorial based video. You know, someone might say, this is how, these are the top 3 mistakes beginner tarot card readers make. Or these are the top 3 mistakes that, you know, whoever uses tarot card, who wants to go to tarot card, expects, or the top 3 misunderstandings about tarot card reading, whatever it is, right? And then you make your own, but you just answer the question yourself. You don't copy that creator's answers, but you do your own answers. So that's what I mean. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try and hit that at least, 1 to 7 pieces of content. For this example, 3 pieces of content a week. And we're going to do that for 3 months. All right. So we either film every Sunday and we batch the content out, or we film every day that we're posting. And we do that for 3 months. Now, at the end of that 3 months, what we're going to do is we're going to start to see outliers in the content. I can show you my own backend for this channel right now. We're at about 50 or 30 to 100 views a video. And we can see here how I actually made millions on the internet at 30. Right now, that's the outlier, right? I've only really been sticking to this now for about 2 weeks. So I have a long way to go. But you can see most of the content under 100 views. That one today just hit 200 views. So that's the outlier, right? So I have one outlier. I want way more than one outlier. I want to find, 3 to 5 outliers over the course of that 3 months. Now, when I have those outliers, again, we go back to our chat with ChatGPT, or our written one if we don't want to use ChatGPT, and we think, why did these pieces of content work? Was it the hook? Was it the script? Was it the thumbnail, the title? Was it the way that I gave the information? All of those things. And then first, what we do, the next 3 months, is we emulate the content. We make all of those videos again, verbatim, same again. Just produce them again, post them again. Did they work? If the answer is yes, post it again. The key to short form content is most of the people that watch short form content aren't watching you chronologically like they do on YouTube, long form, or like they used to on Instagram. They're not. So you can just keep posting it, keep getting new viewers, keep getting new subscribers, all of that stuff. There's going to come a time where it doesn't fully work like that. So what we're going to do is, during these reposts, right? We're not posting the same exact content, we're remaking it, right? But during this, we take the hook and we change a few words. So maybe this time it's 5 mistakes that someone makes. Maybe it's whatever, right? You change it and then you try and make the content again. So let's take, for example, a different niche, a PT, a personal trainer, right? So the video that happened to pop off in the first 3 months was the top 5 mistakes people make trying to grow their chest. So now we make the top 3 mistakes people try and make, or people make when they're growing their chest. Then we make the biggest mistake people make when they're growing their chest. Then we make the best thing to grow your chest. That sort of thing, right? That's the idea. We're following this. Does it work? Does it not work? And we try and do that with all of the outliers. So every time we have a video that performs well, we test different things. We test remaking the content. We test remaking the content, but with a different hook. remaking the same content but in a different environment, remaking the content with a different dress on, remaking the content with a different script. All of these things is what we're retesting. And then at this point we start to develop an appetite and an understanding of what works for us personally, because it's different, it's individual for everyone. Everyone's piece of content at the end of this testing period, at the end of the year, let's say, is going to be completely different. And I can tell you, this is what I did, X, Y, Z, and it won't work for you, right? And someone can sell you a $10,000 course. This is what you do, boom, 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 and it won't work for you. But what we can do here is we need to take actionable steps, and it's hard work, and you have to grind it every single day. But we've done the 3-month test. We've then now done another 3 months, for example, where we found the outliers. And then at that 6-month period, we've started to join or create, a community of people in our space that, understand us, appreciate our content. They've been given this free value for so long. And this is when we can start to think about starting to monetize. And the great thing is you might have 1,000 subscribers, you might have 10,000, you might have 20,000, you might have more. You might have less than 1,000 also. It's not going to work for everyone, of course. But what we can then do there is we can start to figure out how we monetize. So we've spoken about the live streams, for example. We've spoken about our own product. And on that own product idea, we have TikTok Shop. We have Amazon. They have FBA, which is called Fulfilled by Amazon. You send your product to Amazon and you sell it using an affiliate, or you sell it using a link. We then have affiliate links for Amazon, where we funnel people to a product on Amazon and you get a cut of that. We then have affiliate links to TikTok Shop. So you directly link to someone else's product on TikTok. So for the tarot card reading, the TikTok Shop and the person that I showed you, you can actually direct people to her product and start generating an income. And affiliate commission is one of the best, because once you've made the video, you could make that video. And I always liked the metaphor for each piece of content you make is like a lottery ticket, and you're putting in your lottery ticket and you never know where that lottery ticket could go. And you could get a video that you mention an affiliate partner and it gets 1 million views, and just 1% of those people buy from you. And that could be a life-changing amount of money depending on the affiliate commission. For example, $10, right? If 1,000 people buy just 10, buy a product from, get 1 million views, and then just 1,000 of those million, right? Just 1,000 of those people, that's less than 1%. That's 0.1% of those people, they buy, right? That's $10,000 from a single video. And that might seem crazy to people who haven't seen that, but I see this every single day with my friends, right? And myself. I see this all the time. Affiliate commission is one of the best. So we have our own product, affiliate products, live streaming. We also have the idea of building a community. This can be a low ticket community. Low ticket means a low priced community at the start, where we just funnel people into a community. Maybe they charge £1, $1 or $5. And the key is we want to charge because we want people to be part of the community. We don't just want loads of people to come in who aren't part of it. But also this can slowly start to generate us income. Of course, you can charge more if you're providing more value. If you can figure out something to give them when they come in, maybe they get part of the community when they buy your product, for example. And then there's later on and down the line, there's higher ticket sales where you sell, a big course or something like that, a mentorship, one-on-one sort of stuff. And that can be anywhere between couple of $100 and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. But that comes down the line when you've built yourself a personal brand and all of that. And then finally, one of the ideas that I've had while I'm talking with you today is just building up your personal brand. So as we discussed in that comment where you said, your partner, your wife has had people say that they spent £100 on tarot card reading and hers was better. Well, now you have a personal brand. Now you have value you're giving away for free. Now you have followers. Those followers will probably want to book. Maybe just 1% of them. Maybe you have 10,000 followers and 1% of them want to book with you. You can now charge. You can now put out a calendar. You can have people book online, in person, and you can create this persona that people actually want to come and book with you. Now, the key is here, if you think about, for example, a personal trainer. Someone could be the best personal trainer in the world, but if no one knows who they are, then they're not going to get any bookings, right? So if that personal trainer then becomes, a personal brand online and people can just find them by searching what's the best chest workout, and they come across this guy. Oh, he's jacked. Oh, he knows what he's talking about. Oh, and that chest workout worked for me. I want to book with him. So he can now charge more probably than what he could have if he didn't have that personal brand. And he might have an unlimited resource of people who want to book with him, because every day he's putting out those lottery tickets, and those lottery tickets are finding people, and they're finding people to book with him. So that's the general blueprint, and that's exactly what I would do right now. So if you've made it this far in the video, awesome. That's what sets you apart from most people. Most people won't watch this video. They'll turn it off when they see me walking. They're not interested. They want the glitz and the glam. And at the end of the day, the funny thing is those are the people who we sell, these high ticket sales to down the line when you have a personal brand and mentorship, because they don't want to watch a video. They want to be told exactly what to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I've seen multiple of those exact people be successful themselves. But it's all about putting in the work and applying the knowledge that you have. So from here, we start, we research, and we put in action that research, and we don't wait. We do it right now. So do it now, and do me a favor, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.